hear me?
Oh, yes. You look relaxed, Brenda.
Well, first of all, you're so beautiful. I cannot take my eyes off of you. And my question is so silly compared to what the other women and folks were talking about. But I live in America. And as you know,
Well, I don't know. I've never been to America. You have to educate me.
Please don't come until after November 8th, but we're having so much trouble here. And in my mind, I know I'm to make friends with our enemies, and I'm having such a hard time with all the heartbreaking politics that we're having here. It's heartbreaking for me. It's been heartbreaking for so many of my friends. And
Brenda.
Yes.
What do you want to feed?
I just want to feed justice.
No. You go in the same boat. You get in the same boat as the ones that the ones that you are perceiving that are creating a lot of heartbreak, right? The
Yes.
moment that you start fighting for justice, you are in the same boat. You go in the same realm. You keep yourself in, every victim needs a perpetrator, right? You go in the same. The moment that this consciousness field that is meeting here right now is met in itself. It doesn't matter about which country, whatever. Consciousness is the same, right? So when you start creating bubbles and pockets of starting with yourself and whatever beings that you can come together with the same longing for truth, not justice, but for the truth of what is really, really deeply true at the heart. Yeah?
Yes.
Then you come to a deeper truth. And the longing, all this craziness that's happening on the planet is like it's the fuel that is cranking up the volume for the longing for the only thing that survives it all, which is the truth of who one truly is. That's the only thing that's ever going to survive. And until you are pointed in that direction, you will be fighting you will be in the same wars that have been taking place down through the ages. And it's through the war that it's like to step out of that and to come to the real thing is where there's no more food being given in that direction, but you start feeding the light of consciousness, and that is what's missing on our planet. The light of consciousness. You are that light. You have to come to that light. And therefore, if within your home, like I can see you're sitting comfortably at home, you are creating a field in which supports you to come more and more and more at home in the knowing of what is deeply true in all living beings. You find the beloved of your own heart and you start giving food to that starts emanating from you and attracting more of that into your world. For as long as you're focused on duality, you are rebirthing duality, the belief in duality.
And so I thought I had been feeding peacefulness and consciousness, and then when I see outside that it's not so, I got confused.
Yeah, but it's not good. The world outside doesn't change. It's you changing within you that changes your world. Because you are the world. So you cannot change anything out there. You can only make the change within yourself. And then when more and more and more and more and more beings are doing that, the light of consciousness takes a different action. It doesn't move into the fight. It moves into the heart. Yeah, and in that way we start bringing the attention to planting more trees and giving food to the earth, in, you know, like in feeding nature back to nature, true nature back to nature. Instead of, you know, look, almost 30 years I haven't read a newspaper. I don't watch the news. And I don't feel like I missed anything. Yeah? I see the constant changes happening on the surface. I cannot do anything about that. But the changes that happen within my own being are creating change in every meeting I have with every being, in the life that I live. And there are more and more and more beings giving their life to that. Yeah, and then that is what starts changing the way we do things, the way we treat each other, the way we talk to each other, the way we give up our blaming. As long as you are blaming anything outside of yourself, you are blaming yourself. And blame and shame, guilt and pride are the traits of the ego. You will have to give them up. Because there's only consciousness that has got itself lost in identification with this and egoic structures, you know. You are that consciousness. You are the light. Don't make yourself less than that by going in the blame game.
So, can you tell me some practices? I listen to you, and I love listening to you. Are these the practices that I can continue just to keep feeding the light then?
Well, you're listening to beings that are speaking this message. Then you have to take whatever you realize through that message and put it into action. It's not just listening and listening all day. You have to actually take what you realize in that and put it into action. You're like, when you get up in the morning, how do you spend your day? Do you start feeding this body with self-love?
Well, embarrassingly, I had been reading, I don't have a TV, but I started to read about polls and elections. I used to read, I know.
Then what do you expect? You are eating the food that takes you into the war. Then what do you expect? There's no self-loving. But you want to blame them. You are your world.
So I need to go back to my original practices, which is reading just from my books and doing meditating, just doing my own self.
Focus on love.
I'm a massage therapist. Just love my people. Love myself.
Move your life from the deepest knowing, the deepest truth, and from your heart. Move your life in that way. And don't allow people to come on your massage table and start talking politics. Don't do it. Put a gun to their head. Put the gun of truth. Yeah. I mean, you can thank me, but it's you that you have to actually put this into life, because no being, no messenger can do that for you, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing this topic.
Thank
It's such a temptation now, you know, with the craziness of what's going on the planet, the temptation to get pulled into all the craziness, the madness. The temptation is so strong that it's like it also creates the same strength in the other direction to run towards the light. You know, it's doing itself. It is one consciousness doing itself, actually. There is no duality in that. You know, there is only godliness creating all this for its own undoing, ultimately.
And this is where I had gotten so confused, because I thought and think your way, and then when this started to blow up so big, I was so confused.
Yes.
But
well, you know what? I don't even know what you're talking about. Blow up so big, because I've got no clue what's going on in the news. Now, that might make me ignorant, but it means that I get to spend a lot more time on my yoga mat, or smothering myself in oils, or burning sacred woods, or making really delicious root food. And all these things is what comes to the meeting when I meet you, you know? So some might say, oh yeah, you're just sitting on your ass doing nothing. But that in itself is giving birth to a new way of being, and brings the light to meet this moment in truth. You know, my head is not filled up with politics.
I can see that.
Take a bath with essential oils and love yourself. Don't feed that. What you can't change, don't feed it. Feed what you can change. You look pretty relaxed anyway. Thank you. Yeah. We're going to launch soon a membership program that will be 2 meetings a month, where we'll have a group of regular beings.
I'm on your list.
Okay, good. We're going to start soon, and it could be early November. It's just a matter of when I get some practical things like computer and things set up. So, but I'm looking forward to go with a group of beings who are really, really deeply longing to have an intimate field, a community of beings who just want to use this field to bring whatever we talk about here, whatever we wake up in, to bring that actively into the daily life and into the body living. Not just to get some nice answer and walk away and then back into the... No, but to actually bring whatever we wake up in and see how we can actually put this into the human, the new human that's coming in, because that's what we are.
Thank you.
Thank you.